Olá, boa noite. Eu sou o Biribó, hoje com o vídeo 4 de Syberia 3. Ontem, vários pontos da história ficaram mais claros. Vou fazer uma lista esperando abranger os mais importantes. O relojoeiro Steiner trabalhou com Hans Vorarlberg, que morou anos na cidade. Ambos construíram autômatos e na mesma hora ele reconheceu no pingente de Kate o coração do autômato do tipo do Oscar. Baranur, de que tanto ouvimos falar, foi uma cidade que teve o mesmo final de Chernobyl. Um terrível desastre da usina nuclear causou muitas mortes e a nuvem de radiação afetando os sobreviventes. Para buscar sobreviventes com segurança, a comunidade encomendou a Steiner e Hans um exército de autômatos, inclusive cães. Um enorme barco cargueiro, o Crystal, deveria levá-los a Baranur e trazer de volta as pessoas resgatadas. O capitão do navio, o capitão Obo, no entanto, se apavorou ao chegar no outro lado do lago, em Baranur, com o perigo real da radiação e com outro perigo, talvez imaginário, de um monstro do lago com faiscantes olhos vermelhos. Daí só atirou na praia todos os autômatos pela borda do navio e correu de volta para casa. A partir daí, sua vida foi só vergonha e bebida. Kate Walker consegue que Steiner vá terminar a perna mecânica de Kirk, que ele tinha abandonado porque Olga Efimova mandou um bilhete mentindo que não precisaria mais da perna, e compromete-se também a levá-la para o hospital para o Dr. Zamatini fazer a colocação da prótese. Kate Walker teve a ideia também, para seguir a migração Yukon, apesar do lago não congelar, de usar o navio Crystal para embarcar os nômades e as aves, descendo do outro lado do lago em Baranur. Para tanto, precisa agora convencer o capitão Obo, tarefa em que Sarah, neta de Steiner, promete ajudar. Valsenbor se encontra em cenário de situação geopolítica tensa. Pequenos grupos paramilitares rivalizam com as autoridades oficiais pelo domínio da região. O exército do coronel é uma dessas milícias. Cadê o capitão? A Sarah está ali para ajudar.
Captain Obo?
What do you want?
May I sit down for a second?
Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry to impose, but I actually really...
You know, you kind of remind me of someone. The wife of the quartermaster that served on board the Crystal after the war. Do you realize he got married to the first cousin of the wife of a machinist?
Oh, okay. That's all really interesting, but what I wanted to ask...
That's a really great story, really. Because, did you know? So there. So the guy answers, I don't know nothing, Captain. Turns out he was hiding in the broom closet. Hilarious. Irina, the wife of the quartermaster, her name was Irina Malevna. Crazy how much you look like her.
Oh, gee, it's getting late. I have to go. You can finish telling me the story another time, Captain Obo.
Com ele bêbado, acho que não vai dar para conversar.
That shape there in the water, what is it?
Ela achou um monstro na fotografia do quadro também. Ela já está impressionada com as histórias. Me ajuda, Sarah, me salva.
Is everything okay, Kate?
Not really. I'd like to ask Captain Obo if the Yukon caravan can go on board his boat to cross over to Baranor. But I can't get a straight answer. He's completely sloshed.
I'm sorry, miss, but I really think you're wasting your time. He's getting drunk again to forget his crimes, like he always does. To forget he wasn't brave the way a captain should be. Can you believe it? In Baranor, he just picked up and abandoned his passengers. And I know, he'll never want to see that cursed place again.
I'm not sure that's true, lad. Even if he does drink a lot, the captain's a pretty good guy. Say the right thing, and you may be able to convince him.
If I'm ever lucky enough to find him sober, even for a moment, I need that drunkard to listen to me.
Maybe I can help you with that. I'll make him one of my famous small restoratives. After that, he'll want to sleep for 3 days, but at least his mind will be clear.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much, both of you.
Don't mention it. The way the Yukols are treated here is an absolute disgrace, so if we can help out...
Has Captain Obo taken the crystal out of port since leaving Baranor?
He's been far too drunk ever since then for that.
And anyway, the port's been closed since the tragedy of Baranor 20 years ago.
Do you think the crystal is still in sailing condition after all this time?
I'm sure there'll be a few repairs to do, but Obo never stopped keeping it in shape, you know. He loves his boat, despite everything.
Do you know why Captain Obo fled Baranor?
He must have been completely traumatized by what he saw there. The catastrophe, the victims, and then the radiation. He unloaded the automatons on the beach, but he didn't expect they'd bring the survivors back right then. He just cracked, completely snapped. Full astern and goodbye all. Can you even imagine?
Afterwards, he came up with that story of a sea monster appearing and attacking his boat.
Yes, the old legend of the monster of the lake. Convenient, isn't it?
Who knows what became of the victims and automatons the captain abandoned?
No, everybody hates the captain for that. But nobody volunteered to take the helm of the crystal in his place to pick up the survivors. If there are any left in Baranor. They're all dead now, that's for sure.
Grandfather says that the automatons would have broken down really quickly with nobody to maintain them.
Go see the captain. Sarah will bring you the restorative when it's ready.
E eu pesquisei se tinha algum jeito para andar melhor, olhar melhor as coisas. Tudo que eu achei na internet é só reclamação da caminhada e das câmeras. Que elas são fixas, mas em pontos deslocados. São câmeras fixas em que você está indo para um lado e de repente ela fica de costas e você está olhando para nada.
Take this, Captain. This one's on the house.
My God! This piss water unbattens the hatches, swabs the deck, and opens the portholes. Hello, miss.
My name is Kate Walker, Captain Obo. We met each other earlier.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence at the table of the regrettably famous Captain Obo?
I'd like to have a serious talk, Captain. You must listen.
Oh, if it's just to stand there and take shots at me, you can be on your way, miss. Go take the high ground with someone else.
What I'd like you to do is to help me, Captain. I could even say you're the man of the hour.
What do you mean by that, young lady?
The Yukon caravan has to cross the lake now. It absolutely must continue on its migration, do you understand? So I thought that maybe they could board the crystal. That way you could take everybody there to the other side, Captain. I know you don't have fond memories of your last crossing, of your departure from Baranor, but...
Why the hell are you bothering me if everybody has already warned you about horrible Captain Obo? The gutless wonder.
It's true, people are quick to judge. But they're not the ones who went to Baranor like you did. They can't teach you anything about being brave.
Maybe. So tell me, where do you actually want to go then, miss?
To Baranor.
I'm a broken man because of what I saw back there that night, miss. A sad wreck of a man, really. And you're asking me to go back. Back there. Back to hell. I saw the hellish red eyes of the monster of the lake. Beast as big and long as my boat. Ask your Yukul friends what they think about it. They call it the Kilak, the evil spirit of the lake. The devil guarding the doorway to hell.
Well, let's just look at it like a second chance. What do you say?
No. Never.
So you're just gonna stay there, are you? Wallowing in despair and alcohol?
Don't you dare judge me! You have no idea what I saw that night.
You're right. But the Yukuls and I don't have a choice. We have to go to Baranor. And so instead of helping us, you're going to let us face the danger alone.
No, believe me, miss. I wouldn't really be doing you any favors by helping you.
Captain, please.
I'm sorry, but it's no.
Mas eu pedi por favor. Se pede por favor, tem que fazer.
Listen, Kate. Don't go giving up just yet. I'm pretty sure the captain can still be convinced.
He seemed pretty categorical, I'm afraid.
There must be some way. Go explore his boat. The crystal has always been like a home to him. Who knows? You may find something there that'll make him change his mind.
Why not? I'll give it a try. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, yes, I remember. Those lines where the captain talks about wanting redemption. That's what I should have talked to him about. I must go back and see him quickly.
Ah, ela tinha que ler o diário de novo, o diário que ela já leu, para agora ter essa ideia. Ah, então é assim que eu vou convencê-lo. Que coisa mal feita.
What on earth do you want with me now?
I took a look at your logbook, Captain. I read what you wrote when you fled Baranor.
So in that case, you know what I am, right? I'm damned and rotten to the core.
Let me tell you something, Captain. I know that you need to redeem yourself, and I just may be able to help you do that.
How in the hell?
Take the Yukul caravan to Baranor in the Crystal. The migration must go that way.
Nor. That's impossible. You can't go to there anymore. Never again. Too much happened. Too many died. And also there, in the water.
Captain, I think it's time for you to clear your head of all these fanciful stories designed to scare people. Everywhere in the world where the water is deep, people have come up with legends designed to keep children safe. Come on, get up, Captain Obo. Show me what you're made of.
Miss Walker, first of all, I have to say that you're an incredibly stubborn woman. I'd even say that you're a real, Anyway, I'll stop there. But I get it.
And what am I to conclude from your appraisals?
All right. You can get your gang of little savages and board the Crystal. I'll take you.
Oh, thank you, Captain, really, with all my heart. And thank you on behalf of the Yukuls.
Oh, but be careful now, Captain Girl. You're not there yet. There are 2 conditions, and they aren't negotiable. First, we stop by Narrows. It's a little town just a bit south of Baranor. That will mean we avoid the most radioactive zones, but it won't actually take you too far off your path. And second, we also sail by day. I'm not going to finish up on the lake monster's plate. And it sleeps during the day. The beast is usually a bit of a night owl anyway.
I accept, Captain Obo.
In that case, all hands on deck now, sailor, because we've got work to do before we can hoist the anchor.
Partimos agora?
Come on, Kate. You hurry off and meet with the captain before he changes his mind. I'll go tell Grandfather to join you on board the Crystal with Kirk.
Thank you, Sarah.
E antes o jogo tinha sido escrito só para teclado e mouse, depois teve uma adaptação para jogar só com o mouse, como eu estou quase fazendo o tempo inteiro. E mesmo assim o pessoal não tem certeza o que é melhor ou menos ruim. Teclado, mouse, controle. Um comentário dizia, você joga com o teclado, mas tem que ter em mente como usar o teclado como se fosse um controle do Xbox ou do PlayStation. Ou seja, é tudo muito complicado. Partimos agora. Capitão Bobo.
All right, Captain. How are the preparations going?
There's quite a bit of work to do before we can hoist the anchor, Miss Kate.
Maybe I can help you out with something.
Well, the coal needs to be stocked up. As for myself, I'll look after getting the water tanks ready to be filled. Take this. It's the code you need for entering the hangar where the coal is kept. You actually need it to use the crane to load the coal onto the crystal. Don't forget to open the storage hatchway first.
How do I open the hatchway to the coal storage on the crystal?
Just turn the wheel on the ship's bridge, sailor.
What do I need to do in the hangar?
That's where you'll find all the coal you need for the crystal. One container should just about be enough. And don't forget to use the entry code for the crane that I just gave you.
What do I need the crane for?
This here is for loading all the coal you get from the hangar onto the ship. Use the code I gave you so that you can access the control post.
I'll take care of that, Captain.
We need to set sail as soon as possible, so better hurry up.
Sim, capitão, meu capitão. 0509 o código. Abrir o reservatório do navio para receber o carvão. Pegar o carvão, depois usar a grua para trazer o carvão para dentro. Tá aqui. É aqui. É. 0509? Carrinho pro carvão. Não, o carrinho tá preso lá, não vai mudar agora. Era só para ver o que era. Senão o carrinho não sai de lá. O que ela tem que pegar ali? Ranura. É uma esteira. Deve ser por onde vai colocar o carvão, descer o carvão no carrinho. Uma calha. E essa caixa? Ah, não. Uma barra. Alguém vai atacá-la? Ah, é para ela bater, para saber aonde que tem. carvão? Pra mim todo som é igual. Esse foi diferente. É esse então, o penúltimo pra lá? Você podia olhar pro lado do carrinho em vez de ir de sentido contrário. Como é que eu vou acertar bem nessa daqui? Ah, eu tenho que usar assim, sem mexer o carrinho, sem sair do carrinho.
Come on. Oh, gosh.
Agora vai ter que desviar o trilho ali, antes de pegar o carrinho para empurrar. Ou depois também. Senão o carvão vai ficar preso onde já estava o carrinho. Ai, ai, cadê? Tem que olhar para onde? Tem que ir para onde? Mexendo em tudo sem saber por quê. Fuck. Agora a grua para pôr o carvão no depósito do navio, despejar. Zero 0509. Pezinho. Esses dois botões são da câmera de TV. Esse controle leva a grua pelo trilho. Esse aqui faz não sei o que. Faz um barulhão, não sei o que. Esse outro gira a grua. Tenho que pôr em cima do carrinho. Mas ele não fica em cima do carrinho. Agora sim. Mova a alavanca do braço segunda à direita para a posição das 12 horas. A alavanca esquerda deve ser movida 2 vezes para a direita. Não mexe 2 vezes para a direita. A alavanca da direita deve ser movida para cima. Já está. A alavanca da esquerda deve ser movida para a direita para que o guindaste possa ser movido para o segundo trilho mais próximo da balsa. Eu não estou vendo nenhum trilho, como é que eu vou ver o segundo? É essa a visão aqui, será então? Mude a visão para ter a visão da balsa.
Apparently you did a very good job loading all the coal, Kate. Right. Everything's ready, so we can start filling the water tank. Now we need to connect the water tower to the crystal, then climb up there to manually activate the water flow mechanism.
Let me guess, you're counting on me?
When you're finished, come and see me on board. There's still a lot to do before we're shipshape.
Vou ligar a mangueira no depósito de água para fazer lastro. É essa mangueira aqui. Travado. Tudo travado. Com um depósito enorme do navio seria bem rápido assim mesmo. Ele podia esperar aqui na entrada do navio já, fazendo procurar a escada.
I took care of the water, Captain. Everything went smoothly. Is everything okay?
No. The ignition key for the crystal. I can't find it anywhere. Without it, we can't even start.
Come on, just relax. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Good Lord. Now I remember. 20 years ago, when I got back from Baranor without the automatons, everybody was really very hard on me, you know.
Captain, I don't really see what you...
So I spent the whole night in the tavern. You should have seen the state I was in when I got back to the Bridge of the Crystal and... And then I threw the crystal's ignition key into the water. I swore I'd never set sail on the cursed waters of the lake again.
There has to be a duplicate for the key.
I don't know. At any rate, when Steiner finished building the crystal, he only actually gave me the one.
Ah, no Steiner.
I saw a model of the crystal at Simon Steiner's. Is he the one who designed the ship?
Yes, of course.
Maybe he could be of some help then.
Maybe. Who knows?
So that's it? The ignition key is lost forever?
Yeah. I'm afraid so. I'm really sorry, Kate, but we're stuck. I've made a complete mess of everything again. Again.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Captain. I'll find a solution to the key problem.
If you say so.
É o que ela diz, é o que ela sabe. Ela sempre dá jeito em tudo. Apesar de ser advogada. Não faça nada errado. Consulte sempre um advogado.
Kate, how are the preparations with the captain coming along?
We're making progress, but actually we need some help from your grandfather. Is he here?
He just left for the clinic with the artificial leg he made for the Yuko guide, Kirk. I'm minding the shop until he gets back. Maybe I can help you with something?
It seems the captain has misplaced the ignition key for the crystal, and without it we won't be able to leave. So as it was your grandfather who designed the crystal, I figured he just might have a duplicate.
I have to admit, I don't see where you could get one of those. Apart from the model downstairs, I don't think he kept a lot of souvenirs of the time when he built the crystal.
Would you mind if I had a look?
Of course not. Here, take this.
É muito
It'll let you
engraçado.
look at the model close up.
Quando ela põe as mãos na cintura. Abrir. Dança da manivela. É, mas... Ah, primeiro tem que aproximar e depois pegar a manivela. Ai. Ah, tinha que baixar a grade. O Cristal, ferryboat para Baranur, inaugurada pelo prefeito Piotr Bulyakin, há exatamente 2 anos e 98 dias de trabalho, depois de exatamente 2 anos e 98 dias de trabalho. Essa maravilha industrial de 60 metros de largura, de comprimento, necessitou o trabalho contínuo de mais de 80 trabalhadores autômatos. Na inauguração desta obra-prima, seu criador, Simon Steiner, disse estas palavras: "Se tivesse que resumir, lhes diria que, a fim de superar as dificuldades inerentes a semelhante empresa, sempre é aconselhável somar certas habilidades com as que contamos, e, quando a situação exige, saber pensar ao inverso." Sábias palavras, que, sincera e eternamente, seguirão resultando válidas 30 anos mais tarde. A agradecida cidade de Valsenborg.
Fantastic!
E agora? 10, 30, 50, 70, 90. Tem a ver com alguns números aqui da placa. Os números 98, 60, 80 e 30. E a frase que diz que às vezes é preciso voltar atrás. O código do modelo da balsa é 30, 80, 60, 98. Lógico. Trinta, 80, 60, 98. Puxa a âncora, a corrente da âncora e pronto. E tchu 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 tchu.
An ignition key. But it looks far too small for the crystal.
50% está escrito. Ela é um modelo 50% menor para servir de modelo para fazer a chave do tamanho certo. Molde de chave.
So, Steiner had the time to finish the prosthesis. Perfect.
Ah, eu tinha que marcar para 50 aqui, não tinha? Não, já tá aqui a chave.
The duplication worked, but I get the impression it's not the right size.
Ah, não tem o tamanho correto. Tá, isso mesmo, aquele controle lá de cima eu tenho que marcar. Se ela é 50% do tamanho, eu tenho que marcar 200%. É o dobro do que ela é. Chave do Crystal. Do Crystal Palace.
Don't worry. As soon as Grandfather gets back here with Kirk, I'll tell them to join you straight away on the crystal.
Muito obrigadinho, viu, dona moça? Apareça sempre. Como sempre diz aquela que jamais disse isso. Partimos agora?
Fantastic, Kate. I have to admit, you really know how to get things done.
Partimos agora?
Do you think we can leave now?
There's just one last problem to solve. The locks we need to use to get out onto the lake. They're shut by order of the town hall. You have to find some way to get them open.
What do you suggest?
The best thing to do is to ask Mayor Bulyakin for the authorization to reopen them. But just to give you fair warning, he's about as straight as a crooked waterspout, so you mind him. Or you could just get a hold of some explosives and then kaboom!
First, I'll try talking to the mayor. Thanks, Captain.
Mas explosivos são mais meu estilo. Não quis ir pelo caminho conhecido. Pensando que poderia ter outro mais perto. Presumo que o prefeito é lá no protesto. Na praça do Oscar, né?
My dear friends, keep calm. Please, keep calm. I beg of you.
We'll calm down when we get what we want.
Yeah, Nomad's out.
Kick the Yukos out right now, or the strike will get worse.
I know just what you mean, my dear friends, and...
It's all words. We want action.
Listen, my dear friends. I'm ready to work with you to find solutions to your very legitimate concerns. And starting tomorrow, I'll receive your delegation.
Yeah, you bet.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes? What now?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. Please forgive me for intruding like this without an appointment at all, but I'd just like to start off by saying thank you for your time. I know how precious it is.
You are completely forgiven, my dear lady. How can I help?
Do you think it would be possible to open the locks in the port?
I beg your pardon? Did you say the locks? What on earth for?
I'm actually accompanying the Yukon tribe on their long journey right now, Mr. Mayor. I've asked Captain Obo if he would take us to the other side of the lake on the Crystal to now dusk.
Oh, Captain Obo, the Crystal, the Yukons. Do go on. Anyway, it would be very ungracious of me if I were to criticize you for removing that burden from our good town. Nonetheless, I'm afraid I must refuse your request, dear lady. The locks will remain closed until further notice. This decision came from above, you understand?
Mas em vez de se livrar do problema do...
Listen, Mr. Mayor. You and I both know that the real problem is that you want to keep your voters' support without ticking off your superiors. And I might just be able to help you.
Really? And exactly how might that be?
Open the locks and I'll leave with the Yukons. Then you just have to tell the authorities that I committed some kind of sabotage. They'll gladly believe you. I have a very bad reputation, you know. And that way, you'll come out smelling like a rose.
Well, I have to admit, dear lady, that your arguments have convinced me. I am authorizing you to open the port locks so the Crystal can leave. Nonetheless, you should know that there is a technical problem that means the locks have to be opened manually. I imagine that such an inconvenience isn't likely to deter a woman as determined and resourceful as you.
Do you mean that?
Yes, as the local technician is absent, I'm afraid you'll have to delve into the murky waters yourself to open the locks. Nonetheless, this should help you use the underwater mechanism.
But how am I supposed to dive?
That, dear lady, is your problem, I suppose. Do have an excellent day.
Aviso do superintendente. Autorização, né? Clico ali, ela chega até ali, para, e eu tenho que clicar de novo, toda vez. Escadaria para coberta do navio podia ser em outra posição, né? Mas por que facilitar se dá para complicar?
Well?
The mayor gave us authorization to open the locks, but I have to do it manually, by diving down into the port.
I can probably help. There should still be some old diving equipment you can use in that shed at the end of the seawall.
I've never gone diving. But if you think I'll be fine down there, I don't mind trying.
This has to stay between the two of us, Kate. There's something you need to know about the locks. They're also there to stop the lake monster from entering the port. Anyway, that's what I heard. But at this time of day, there's no risk. That spawn of hell sleeps all day.
Where's a suit I can use?
Meet me in the shed at the far end of the seawall. There should be something just about your size. I mean, near enough, anyway.
Do you really believe there's a monster down there in that lake?
You know, 20 years ago, it really wasn't Paranor that I was afraid of. Not the deaths, the radiation. That's what people say, but the truth is that it was actually that damn monster that made me scoot away like a minnow. It was lurking around Paranor, drawn by the stench of the graves, probably. I saw its red eyes staring at me, Miss Walker. That's something you never forget.
Underwater? How am I supposed to open the lock gates?
They're kept in place with some kind of steel locks. Just try and pull them out using their mechanism.
All right. There's nothing to it.
Meet me in the shed at the end of the seawall.
Lá na direção do farol. Aquele farol. Pelo menos agora ela assumiu um passo rápido aqui. E vai que é uma belezinha. Por que ela parou aqui?
I opened the shed for you.
Então hoje vamos parando por aqui. O Exou Biribó, agradecendo a presença, o apoio, as dicas, a torcida, desejando boa noite, até amanhã. Por enquanto eu fui.